Got a fire in my soul, yeah, it's burning bright. Guy band, he told me just to follow the light. Well, I heard the people singing with all their might. So I hit the ground running, and I ran all night. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Well, I ran into my family, and I ran into my friends, and I ran into people that I didn't know then. And I said to them, hey, I could use a hand. And then I ran and I ran, and I ran and I ran. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. Well, the children and the elders and the strangers and the neighbors and the doctors and the teachers and the farmers and the bakers and the scientists and builders and the singers and the players and the buskers and the dancers and the dreamers and the painters and the coaches and the helpers and the artists and creators and the yogis and the healers and the preachers and the changers and the people and the planet and the forests and the rivers and the mountains and the oceans and the future and the vision. And the buskers and the patience and the future and the vision. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, run.
All right, what's up, guys? What's up? We're going to do us a little guitar jam here, little guitar practice. We're going to be working through the E shape and the A shape. Good evening, Brother William. I see you there, man. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. I'm 18. Can you be a modder? Well, right now I'm not really in the position to be able to do that, but we're all about good vibes here. If you give me just a little bit of time, we might can make that happen. But welcome. We appreciate you being here. Tonight we're going to be going over the E shape and the A shape and some few little things that you can do around those shapes to maybe help you navigate on down the instrument. You know, I encourage you, if you haven't been to my page before, my name is Guy. This is Creating Change. We have a show that we do, Good Vibes with Guy and Shine, 11 to 1, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And I also have started a new podcast series that is called Creating Change Guys Time. So I would appreciate it if you don't mind, you get a chance to come by and support. Give me that like, and I appreciate that. Camam, I hope I'm saying that right. Camam18 kind of tongue ties me there just a little bit, but good vibes to you. I'm glad to have you here. Welcome. I thank you for subbing. I appreciate that. And when I get myself in a position where I can take care of you. I don't mind to make everybody blue. Just understand it's all about good vibes, and we don't do a bunch of nonsense around here. But you're always welcome, and we just like humor and fun, and just everybody, you can ask questions if you're interested in guitar. That's not what all of our stuff is about. This is kind of just a new thing that I'm doing this evening. I just wanted to come on and hang out with everybody, and this is something I enjoy. So I was just going to add it into what I do. But we have our regular thing that we do through the week, and then of course other videos and things like that as well. More music to come and things like that. But welcome everybody. Appreciate y'all being here. Brother William, I thank you for being here, man. I was going to ask you to just let me know if this is coming through okay. I'm plugged in with this guitar now, or I'm trying to be anyway. As you know, I've been working through just working through this microphone, which sometimes it just ain't the best way to go about it. Let me redo this here. But yeah, I want to know if it's coming through, because it'll sound okay on my end, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are able to hear what I got going on. Can you hear that all right, Brother William? Hey, Phil Dodd, what's up, man? We're having us a little guitar practice here. I'm just getting started, getting a little sound check going on, making sure that everybody can hear me all right. William, y'all able to? Is there anything going on that I need to know about? Because I'm plugged in, and this is a first go around kind of live with this plugged in, so hopefully it's there's a delay because the mic is still picking up the guitar. Okay, well, let's see. All right, I think I know what to do. Let's see here. Let me see if this helps any. Did that do anything to it, or did it not do anything? What if I just move my cutting out now? Okay, I did the wrong thing. Let me go back to where I was at then. I think I know. Let's see here now. Let me turn this off. Wait a minute. This might be what I need to do. How about this? Tell me if this helped. Still cutting out. Okay, well, how about if okay, let me see here. What if I just push my mic farther away? What if I just do that? What if I just push my mic? Is it still cutting out? Oh, Will. It's still cutting out and clipping. Well, then I guess it's just impossible for me to get this crap worked out, man. I thought I was doing right by getting plugged in, man. I can't. I don't know what everybody else does that makes it right, but I'm gonna have to figure it out, man. Uh, I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix it. My mic is trying to. I don't know how to make it not do that. Is what I'm trying to say. It's in your. I don't. Man, I'm so rudimentary with this stuff, dude. I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know. All right. Man, this aggravates the hair off of my head. I swear to goodness. I mean, I know how to get to the mic settings. I mean, I know exactly how to get to it, but it ain't. It didn't do nothing to help me. What would you like me to hit within the mic settings? I'll happily hit it. I can turn the mic volume. I can turn the mic volume down. Is that what you're telling me I should do? Are you telling me I should turn my the mic volume way down? That help it? I turned it down a little bit. Hey, what's up, Jared Talks? We're working through some Did that help me any Miles? I mean, I know if you know what setting I need to hit, then I will hit it. I went in and I turned. I don't even know if y'all can hear me talking. Can you hear me talking still? Because I can turn the mic volume way down if that helps, or I can automatically adjust mic volume, but I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I just hit another. Man, I'm trying to get this thing. I don't know then, guys. I don't know what the heck other than to just the only other thing I know to do is do I have any filters on your mic? Like you mean like in the in the settings part, is that what you mean? Like a button you mean is filter? I mean, I'm not trying to be dumb. I just don't know a whole lot, and I'm letting myself get just a touch aggravated, so I'm just trying to I'm gonna laugh this off. What I'm gonna do, but I really don't know exactly what that means. But I got I I got in this little thing in the audio section, man, I got echo cancellation, reduce mic background noise. I got stereo audio, echo cancellation must be off to use stereo audio and automatically adjust mic volume. That's the buttons that I have to choose from. And I have echo cancellation on right now. It sounded sort of like a phase shift from sound to silent and back. Okay, that see, I'm in there, money man. I'm in the set like I'm in the setting side. I feel like I got the echo cancellation turned on my mic. That's for talking though. I mean, do I sound okay talking wise? Like like yeah, I see you, Clint. Do I get sexier when I get aggravated, man? Hey, this stuff right here just burns my hind end because I thought I was doing good for a minute there. I thought, man, I got plugged in. I'm gonna have it fired up, and man, I don't. So, you know, uh, I don't know what to do now. I thought I was on to something there, but I guess I'm not. But anyway, let's see if this. Thank you, Clint. I needed that, man. I needed that. I tell you what, I'm just gonna do then. I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna punt. That's what I'm gonna do. Watch this. Watch this. There's a lot of ways to solve issues. Ain't nobody likes no bunch of chords and crap anyway. I never did like them chords. Now let's see if I can get this back to where at least I can play through my microphone and it don't sound like holy crap. Now I'll have to do some readjusting because I've done hit a bunch of buttons and everything on everything. I got to get it back to where. Well, let's just start right here where I'm at, guys. I mean, let's see how bad this. Let's see what the. Can y'all hear that? Does that sound worse, better? Yep, but it's cutting out. All right, well. Echo cam will turn that off. Man, I've got. I got the echo turned off on the mic, and I got all the mic cancellation stuff turned off on the StreamYard app, and I got it turned off on the little old box that it goes through. So I've got all that turned off. Hopefully that. Let me just move this. Is that going to be all right, you think? I'm just going to play for a minute. Y'all let me know if that. Well, I tell you what, does that sound a little bit better, guys? All right, cool. It sounds nice and clean. Now, let me come back through and just acknowledge everybody that's been here and helped me. Gen X, thank you. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate y'all just helping. All right, are y'all still there, guys? It froze up on me, man. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I don't know what happened. If you're still there, I appreciate you hanging on there with me. I don't know exactly what. Can y'all see me again yet? I'm sorry about that. Something happened to my. Hey, hold on. Let me make sure that ain't nobody. Just hold on one sec. I don't know. All right, guys. I don't know if that was me. It's probably. I don't even know if there's somebody here trying to do something. Somebody probably killed her box or I don't know what. That's never happened, so I don't know what happened. But all right, I'm back. Well, what we were gonna do, what I was thinking about this evening, man, just to get myself back on track. I was gonna thank all y'all for still being here with me. William, thanks, brother. Appreciate you, man. Real odds and evens. Thank you, guys. Brandon of Palm Beach, I appreciate y'all being here. Money Man. Sorry, I lost my internet there for a minute, and I don't know exactly what happened with it. I'm not 100% sure exactly what happened with it. I was gonna just give everybody time to maybe find me again. I don't know. I dropped out and it come back. I don't even know if I'm I can't hear now. I can't hear you now. I can't hear you. Okay. All right. So can you not hear me now? Can y'all not hear me at all now? Is that what I'm? I got one. I got Brandon saying he can't hear me. Gen X says he can. William says I can. Okay. Hey, I know exactly what I need to do here now. So I think I've got everything set back up where. So did we get back to sounding at least halfway clear for you guys? Hold me closer, tiny microphone, count the headlights on the highway. So what I was thinking about doing this evening was just to change things up a little bit. Of course, I'm hanging out, and I love just seeing everybody and acknowledging everybody. And for those of you that like guitar and music and stuff, shout out to you because I appreciate the love of it and just like having that little bit of camaraderie. But I was just thinking, uh, one of the things that really opened up the fretboard for me, and I'm still unlocking this thing, and it's going to be a life journey, guys. It's going to be something that, I told Miss Amina, who is, my first and only, student as of so far, and I'm, really digging the process of trying to unlock myself and figure out myself what it is that I'm doing. Um, uh, and this one little thing that I'm gonna just go over with everybody this evening. It's a little it's not no big secret. It's not nothing that, like, it's not some groundbreaking thing. I just feel like it was my thing that, like, everybody out there that's played any instruments knows that you reach like these plateaus where you feel like you peak out, and it's like, man, I'm stuck. I can't figure out how to get any farther or any sound. And I've always felt like that some of the things that I was taught anyway, or some of the things that I was shown, I can't say I was really taught. I was shown a few things and then just kind of, here you go, run with it. And then I started in on this journey, really digging in hard a few years back, like trying to truly understand some of this stuff that's going on. And let me see if I can get you a little bit better. See if I can get see if I can get yeah, see if I can get zoomed in here just a little bit better there, guys. But forgive me, I'm just trying something new, and hope if it helps somebody, cool. If it don't, we're having fun anyway, and I'm just gonna jam anyway. But I'm just trying to show you where some of this stuff is coming from. Not that maybe you don't already know it, but maybe you don't. But, like, for example, you got this big old box chord right here. That's the E shape. This is your E shape. It's an A chord. I'm on the fifth fret, if anybody's wanting to know. But that doesn't even matter because the shape is the shape. That's where it's at. That's what you got. All right, so out of you got this shape, and you got that shape. Of course, I guess the classical style way would be to use all your fingers like that. But then you're kind of still, you don't have no other fingers to do anything with. So I just encourage you to just kind of get used to the rock and roll version, man. You know, so you just kind of put it down like that. But that's your E shape and your A shape, and that would be out of the cage system. If whatever, it doesn't really matter to me. This is the shape. You just remember these shapes, and the reason why that this is A is because that's a root note, that's a root note, that's a root note right there, and that's a root note right there. That's A. Right there is D. Right there is E. That's your 1, 4, 5. But these two particular shapes right here, when you start looking at them, and these are, I'm only showing you like that. This is the basic pattern, but this pattern, it unlocks this part because everybody gets shown this. That A minor pentatonic, your minor pentatonic. Of course, it's not the A minor pentatonic, it's any pentatonic, wherever, it depends on where you're at. So right there, it'd be your G. It'd be, so just in reference where I'm at, because it's the middle of the fretboard, just makes it easier for just to be able to show you. But you're shown that. Now, there's a lot of music you can make with that little pattern. Because you're not, you're hardly ever going to just play a scale up and down like that if there's music, a tone going on behind it. That's another thing I'm going to throw out there, is that as you practice, I just encourage you to put something behind you that you can hear. Put a tone behind it, put an A backing track on, or put something so that you can recognize how these tones interact with one another, because that is music. It's the dance between tension and release, tension and release. So if you have that tonal center underneath of you that you can hear, then it gives you the opportunity to be able to hear how they interact with one another. And you'll also be able to hear how they don't work so well with each other. And that's important too, is recognizing the ones that you want to kind of steer away from. But anyway, anyway, I don't know why I'm approaching this like I'm giving some kind of conference or something. Howdy, everybody. Good to see everybody. Good vibes. Shout out to y'all, man. I'm just hanging out. I was just trying to go over with y'all some of these little things that I've found that's helped me to kind of spread my wings just a little bit more over the past couple years, and I was just gonna share it with every. Play my stuff if you want. Send it an email. If it ain't, hey, here in a little bit we may just do that. I was doing a little guitar practice this evening. AB, kind of trying to hone in on showing this work that I put in as far as like just trying to show you where, trying to put the work in to show you where some of these things are for those that might be interested. And I'm also trying behind the scenes to put a few little lessons together, work to put a few little lessons together, and I'm kind of trying it out on you guys to see if it makes sense for you guys, or if I'm able to show it properly, or if you're able to understand what I'm saying to you. But yeah, we may do that. But anyway, you're working out of this. That's a great pattern. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. That's you need it. But then people get stuck with like, okay, what do I do with this now? You know, what are we gonna do with these notes that's here? Okay, well, instead of looking at that pattern from this standpoint, let's look at it and just move it to where that we can now go all. Now we can do that same. We can do that same pattern. That's major. That's minor. And the only difference is the pattern is the same. You're just starting behind the root note for the minor key. All right, and you're starting from the root note for the major key, for the major part of that. So now you can work from. But you can see how that takes you from that pattern is this. That's the same thing. You're just now you have all these different options. You have the same, you can make the same sounds from right here, right underneath your fingers, but it feels so limiting sometimes. But then you start realizing that as you start looking at these patterns, they tie in everywhere. So once you realize, that you don't, you can, they connect to one another. So you can then decide to jump in and out. You can take this and so if you're in major key, because in minor key you're kind of in the minor. You there's no dancing in between the major and the minor, for the most part. I'm not saying that that's like I'm not stamping that as a rule. Just kind of like that's just the way that goes for the most part. I'm sure there's things out there that maybe that doesn't necessarily apply to. But like with a major key, you can go in between major and minor. You can kind of work it in. And this gives you this pattern gives you that opportunity to, because the pattern's the same. The pattern's the same wherever whatever root note you want to start from. And that's just that. Like I say, this is the bare basics of starting. But man, there's so much beautiful music that comes from these bare bones. I mean, you got. And all that is going. That's just that pattern, and seeing where that your chord inversion, all your chord inversions, like your 4-chord inversion, is underneath your fingers when you work that pattern. Well, that's your 4-chord. If you're coming out of your E shape as your 1-chord, if you're working out of this E shape right here, no matter what the chord is, if you're, no matter what fret you're on, once you're out of that shape right there and you're going in a 1-4-5, or pretty much, I mean, that it's a pretty common one. I'm just saying, not necessarily that's what it's always going to be, but if you're in a 1-4-5, then you automatically know, and then you can start spotting where they're at elsewhere. You just start seeing where you can start adding licks in and landing where you need to. And that's where the beauty of just sitting and messing with it comes in. Is like, you can learn song after song after song, but just sitting and understanding where your fingers actually end up in this particular pattern, the way that your fingers just automatically run down there, and you're in that perfect. It just feels like it's perfect ergonomically with your fingers, but I don't know. Anyway, we'll keep going over. Let me get back over here in the comments, because I can't read and talk at the same time. The last few minutes. Oh, you're cool. Let's see. Thank you. Find the most comfy place to rest your arm, to where you have the best control of your wrists, and practice strumming different rhythms. Yeah. Brother William knows what he's talking about too, guys, for real. A heck of a picker, and he'd be the first one to tell you that there's no locked in, like, this is the way you're going to do it, or now there's locked in strumming rhythms, but what I mean is, like, there's no secret to holding the pick. You've got to just start holding it and get used to it and find your way, and loosen that wrist up and get comfortable with just keeping that sucker in constant motion, and being able to just keep going. But no doubt, my kids, before I serve it, learned House of the Rising Sun. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Money Man, what kind of music do you want to play? If you guitar, what can I practice to start learning some control and strumming? This is a good one. Well, it depends on, I mean, there's, but like this, like, hold on, let me get, first thing is tune your instrument. Old Martini, she does pretty good about holding in tune. Oh yeah. All right, but yeah, man, like simple. Hey, I can't say it enough. Simple, guys. When with this thing right here, the slower and the more uh, controlled, and I mean slow to the point where you feel like it's too slow, and maybe for the song it might be, but I mean just take your time and be right. Like you know, and just get used to. I wish I had this thing, but just getting that hand used to. But uh, um, for strumming control, I think it's about just finding you a good set of chords that you like to work through, G, C, D, and then get that pick held comfortably. And I say hold it as often as you possibly can. I carry one in my pocket and I'll just sit and fidget with it. Gives me something to do with my fingers. And since I quit smoking a few years back, it's been one of them things I can pick up and just mess with it. You know what I mean? But it's, you see it, it's my guitar. It's not actually, or it's my phone ringing. But get that thing comfortable, and then find you just a simple pattern. Like this is just a simple pattern. And there's so much stuff you can add into that. What's my favorite riff to play? Well, I guess I can't say it's a riff, but it's like a rhythm that I love. When I sit down and play my instrument, usually before I put it up, I wind up. I just like that. I like that feeling of that 1 to 4 chord rocking. Yeah, but I love that little. You hear it so often in I mean, like in the old blues and gospel stuff, and I just like that. It's just one of them things that But that was also one of the hardest things to get down was that hand. That was one of the hardest little rhythms to pick up for me. I had a heck of a time trying to get that. But that's just a piece of this big chord right here. That piece right there, I was trying to read and talk, and I'm sorry. Let me get back up here to Brandon in Palm Beach. He said, you're talking about jumping in and out. That's awesome. That's a different skill. Well, I do realize that's actually going with chord change. You could call it that. But I'm just saying, if you take this simple, it's a 1, 2, 3. Of course you're skipping 2, 3. You're skipping frets, whole step, and then. And back to home, which is root. You got a root note here out of this E shape. Of course, you have the same thing up here on this high string. But that's all. But what you got right here, once you're here and your fingers on this root note, well, if you just keep mashing those strings down and hold that, that's a D. That's a D chord. That's a D. That's just a D chord though. You come out of your A, you got your A, there's your D, and then there you're back to home again, back to A, right? And then right up above it, that's your E. Let's see. Let me get back into the comments here. Thank you. The words that I may speak tomorrow night. I'm genuinely nervous about the interview. I'm an open person, but I've never shared this much. That's all. They're nervous. It's like a stage fright, but online, in front of potential, a bunch of eyes, and it's there forever. Yeah. Can I play any Kiss? I mean, I can. I feel like that. You know, if I hear it and I want to play it, I can probably play it. I have not spent a lot of my time learning just songs and songs and songs because as a singer, I mean, I have learned, obviously learned a couple songs sitting and listening to them and playing, but I've never sat and tried to learn a song like note for note for note. I love certain leads and stuff that people's done, but I'm not that person that can just sit and try to. I'm not. And for the most part, once you kind of know where they're at in it, then you can kind of pick your way. You can feel your way through a lot of the sounds that you hear. But I'm not that good at it really that yet. I'm still working on it, but I've learned to voice it for stuff that I like to play. Like I like the country and old rock sound and blues sound. I like those kind of sounds and I like to sing along with it. Here we go. I got you one. Let's see. This is one I ain't never done for everybody, but I'll go ahead and do it being said it's after dark. I mean, why not? It's a jam session. Shout out to Mountain Dew. Voltage. It's pretty good. It's still not regular Mountain Dew though. I don't care what anybody says. It's not a regular old Mountain Dew. It's pretty good though. Yeah, we might as well try to sing this one. I was just thinking about this old. This little song I wrote, I ain't done it in a lot of years, and I actually haven't never done it. I haven't never done it for anybody like online or nothing like that for sure. So hopefully it's. I'll do a little piece of it anyway. We might not do the whole thing, but y'all can tell me whether you like it. Maybe I'll put a finished version of it. Well, I'll take me a drink every now and again. I might roll me up a joint and put it in the air. Well, that's all a part of living. Hey, don't get me wrong. You just gotta know what's on my heart. 'Cause living ain't easy. And for some, it's a long, hard ride. Well, that's all a part of living. Hey, don't get me wrong. Well, you just gotta know what's on my heart. Yeah, that's one. That's a little song I wrote, and It's kind of a little groovy one. It ain't never been one I've ever really done for a whole lot of people, but it's an old one, man. Thanks Diego, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I had never really done that one a whole lot, but maybe I'll put a finished version, do a finished version or something. But yeah, one of them phones. I don't think I'm gonna be blowing up anytime soon, but you can certainly have an autograph. That's for sure. Whether I was blowed up or whether I wasn't, if I could sign something for you, I surely would. Uh, hey, good night, Brandon in Palm Beach. Hey, have a wonderful night. Good vibes to you, man. Good vibes. I appreciate you stopping by and being part of everything and lighting up the chat, man. I just really appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. Good vibes to you. Good vibes to you. Hey, thank you to everybody. Jeremy's Closet in the house, man. Just outstanding, brother. Um, yeah, I tell you what, guys, it'll I've been nervous like stage fright, but online and in front of potentially a bunch of eyes, and it's there. Hey, this is the way I say it though, guys, and just hear me. And I don't mean this in any kind of, I mean it in the most humble, most loving way. But if you're willing to stand in Walmart and talk to a friend or talk to someone in there and have a conversation and don't care about other people walking around or hearing you or seeing you or whatever, if you don't mind doing that, then it's no different than to get on here and be live and talk with everybody and just everything. It ain't no different. Uh, just move the way you move, do things the way you do things because you do it. Just that's how I look at it. And with playing this instrument and playing your stuff or doing something, if you just enjoy it, it ain't no different than doing it at a family reunion or whatever. It's the same thing. But shout out to you guys, man. I appreciate all of you being here and hanging out with me, man. Just trying to come at you. Knew I was trying to plug my guitar in. I thought I had something real fancy dancy ready to roll for everybody. Well, that didn't happen. But hey, shout out to you, Money Man, and everybody here. Diego, appreciate you, brother William. Thank you, man. Brother AB in the house. Shout out to you, Texas friend. Appreciate you coming. Let's see. Good night. Let's see. Can I? I'm trying to catch up with her. Good night. And now, Brandon, I will try to come support you on Jack's show. Okay, Brandon's going to be on Jack's show. Okay, cool. Money Man says preach. Yeah, I really do feel that way though, guys. I try to put it in the simplest of terms so that it can set you at ease that, man, if you're willing to talk to your buddy at the store or out in front of the little convenience store or whatever and hang out, then it's no different. It's no different. It's kind of the way I feel about it anyway, but let's see, let's put a cape. That's another beautiful thing is once you understand this little pattern I've been talking about, which is no secret, guys. I'm not trying to come at you like I'm showing you something like, oh, I've come up with it. No, man, it's like it's there. I'm just showing it to you just because it opens up so much stuff for you. Like right here's your G chord. Well, right there's your G note on your E string. Right there's your barred G. You start finding those chords in there, man, and you find, then you can start seeing where your 4 chord ties in, your 5 chord ties in. You can start seeing them. Song I wrote called Spiritual Walk in the Sand, and just my little ode to that poem Footprints in the Sand. It's so true. Yes, I took a spiritual walk in the sand, and I've seen the footprints, felt the Father's hand, been there for me through it all, and he held me in his hand just in case I'd fall. I've walked with limp most of my life, and I've questioned God, asked him why. But I took a spiritual walk in the sand. I know one day in heaven, never gonna live again. Yes, I took a spiritual walk in the sand, and I've seen the footprints, felt the Father's hand. He's been there for me through it all, and he's held me in his hand just in case I'd fall. Yes, I took a spiritual walk in the sand, and I've seen the footprints, felt the Father's hand. He's been there for me through it all, and he's held me in his hand just in case I'd fall. Yes, he's held me in his hand. I was right there all alone. Man, yeah, that was fun, man. Just getting some energy out there. Helen Wolf or Muddy Waters, I love them both. I ain't gonna lie. Do you have a Spotify, or do you just post? I just post on YouTube right now, but I'm gonna expand as I can learn and kind of accept more into my brain. You have to understand, I'm a little bit. I have a little bit. I have to do things in segments. I have to do it, and just as I can, as I can do it. I have to do it like that. Stitching it up. See you, but have a good evening. You have a great evening. Good vibes to you. Good vibes to everybody. I appreciate y'all coming by and appreciate you being here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Always good vibes. But yeah, that little pattern right there, I wanted to share that. Just, I wanted everybody to kind of be able to get to see that's been that one thing for me that really has helped me stretch my ability to be able to voice things out the way that I hear them a little bit better, because for a long time I was just stuck up there, and I'm still kind of I'm just going to be a strummer most of my life because I like to sing, so I don't really intend upon I'd love to be able to think I could do all that and be able to sing at the same time, but I'm lucky just to be able to strum, so I'm just trying to learn to marry some of those licks in there together, and more importantly, more than licks, just understand the tension and the release, and understand what I have to work with right there, and the ability to use open strings and things like that has really just been eye-opening for me with these patterns that I've been able to learn. And it starts that same exact pattern off of every root note. So if you know where a root note's at, if you know where a root note's at, then you can start the pattern, and it doesn't change. And then same way. So it's really amazing for me. It opened my eyes. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I was like, 20 years, Lord, 20 years. Like, it took me a long time for it to really sink in exactly what was going on with these chord shapes and the different, things going on down the neck. And of course, a lot of that can be explained to you through the cage system. It has, it definitely it gives you the ability to put everything in compartments. Um, to organize it, but as far as it having anything to do with CAGED, as far as like from here, well, no. From here, right here, C, right there, C, so you're not going to start from C each time, it's like you got to use the pattern to relate it to the chord. So you got a D shape A, you got the E shape A, you got the bottom end. This is nothing more than the A shape. You just got the nut up here that's doing the work for you, so you can do. Well, baby, this soul, hold on to me. I'm your man. I got what you need. And if it's good loving that you need, baby, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. So baby, this whole hold on to me. That's a little one I wrote there, but yeah, you can just. And that's not a hard you're. It's that's all that rhythm is, but then you can apply it to. You can speed it up, slow it down, whatever you want to do with it. You can do whatever you feel like you want to hear, whatever voicing. Hey there, Els Endeavors. Good evening. We were having a little guitar practice going over the E shape and the A shape out of the cage system, but just showing a little pattern for those that might be interested with the guitar. A little pattern that really does help to stretch that out instead, same exact thing. You're just using a pattern that helps you stretch out on down the neck and start realizing that these tones it's not a mystery. They all just repeat. It's all just repeating notes everywhere. And that's the beautiful part. Once that kind of locks into your brain, like, oh crap, they repeat. Oh man, this is the same thing. It's just a higher, it's just a higher note or whatever. And the pattern doesn't change. Once you understand the patterns, they stay the same for each chord. So it's not like rocket science. It is hard. And it does take some time for it to click, but there's a few exercises, I think, working out this E shape. Hey, R234, hello, good evening to you. We were just doing a little guitar practice, going over the E shape and the A shape, and I was just showing a couple little easy, very beginner-friendly ways. If you can make this chord shape and this chord shape, and you can do... if you can do that, then I was just showing a chord shape that you can start applying behind that is the same exact note, same exact notes, except you're, same thing. A minor pentatonic or a pentatonic from this position, or if you was in G, it'd be the G pentatonic, but it's say it. I just think it's a pattern that's worth people that if you are interested in playing the guitar, I just think that it's totally worth learning that little pattern if you're a beginner or if you're just getting. Thank you, I appreciate that, but I just think that, and then now this A shape right here, same thing. Well, right here's your root note. So if you're working out this A shape, then you know right there is a root note, and right there is a root note. So you got the same pattern. You're just starting from a different string. So right there, out of this A shape in the D chord, your D note is right there, 5th fret. That. So. That's your D. But all that's all right off. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And then you've got that half step because of the tuning of the instrument. And that's the pattern. That's the pattern. And no matter what position you start from, if you know that. Now, does that mean that's the way you start every time or the way? No, I'm just saying that is a way for you to start identifying if you like playing the blues. Find you a little something with a shuffle. And you know that if you're playing it, you can, you know that you have this. You can have all that chop, which I don't really. I don't ever just climb up that scale all the time. Like I don't. Just climbing up and down it like that just don't feel very musical. It's good practice, but try to find you something. And all that is a rock between your 1 and 4. That was just wailing, but I mean that pack, and it's so accessible once you can if you can identify your root notes out of this shape right here. If you can identify those root notes for yourself, then you can I mean, it's pretty cool. It really is. Hey, Susmitha, what's up? What's up? R234, appreciate you being here. William says I need to learn that, man. Hey, brother William, you know that you got he's got the juice under his finger. Brother Williams a heck of a bluegrass player, but he's also a well-rounded other player too. There's probably about anything you could think of he can play. But that little pattern is just so cool, guys. I wanted to share that this evening because I just wanted to get on and just hang out with everybody. But I wanted to just, I practice my guitar every night, every evening, whenever I can. And I just think that that's one of those things that for me, that once I realized that particular, like how important that particular shape is, and not just the notes that's in it, but just where you end up on the fretboard when you use it, and realizing how close you are to the things that's the juice, so to speak, what I call it, all the flavor, the stuff that makes it. But it's where all the juice is found. But that's just, it's been one of those it was an eye-opening thing for me, and I'm still on the journey of it, and figuring out the different ways that it laps through and ties through, and it's like a big puzzle for me. It's like a big puzzle. I do not think about notes. I do not think about all that. Now uh, I do have my notes on my fretboard pretty well memorized. I may have to stop and look at it for a second, think about some of them, but for the most part, I've got them memorized. And I mean, I definitely have them memorized, but you're gonna have them brain farts sometimes. So I don't worry about like that. I worry about, like, once I've identified the scale and what chords are laying underneath of it, then I don't worry about that. I just know that, like, once I'm in that pattern, that finger going up, or this finger right here, or that one right there is going to be the sound that I'm going for. And that's how you see people playing without looking. It's not like it's some kind of big deal. Well, I mean, it's awesome, but what I mean is, like, your fingers get used to that, to where they're at within once you're inside of a certain area on the guitar. Your fingers kind of want to fall there if you practice correct. If you practice it in the way that you want to end up being able to hit it, then eventually when you get to the speed you want to be at, you'll be in the right position too. But yeah, those two patterns, the E shape and the A shape, and they work from anywhere on the guitar that you find your E shape, A shape, and it's a wonderful little pentatonic pattern, minor or major, either one. You can utilize it, and you can now visualize where you're at. Like you can now know, like, if you're in an A minor. Yeah, I mean, that was just wailing, but you hear the sound. I mean, everything you want to learn, every noise, or not, it's all underneath your fingers at some point somewhere along the way in that. And I just encourage you, if you're into playing the guitar, then it is. If you don't know it, then it's a simple pattern that, if you just, once you see it and understand it, then it locks in under your fingers, and it just opens up a whole world of knowledge for you, man. Yeah, it definitely is, man. It definitely is. Yeah, Elevated Einstein, good to see you, my man. Yeah, yeah, it's all patterns. Only thing that changes is where you start and end in D. Indeed, well, and the tonal cinder under it, right? So that's where that's where digging in a little deeper. That's where understanding your relative minors and things like that really comes in to help you, like with something like your E. Well, that's nothing more than your G major scale because it's your relative minor. So if you learn your it's the same notes within it. It's just applying it at different times. So it it's so amazing to me, man, how it works. But yeah, it is all about where you start and stop, and it's all about understanding a couple little principal ideas. For me, I call it like for myself, this knowing that like if I want to be in the minor, then knowing to stay away from that major third within the E-shaped pattern. If it's a minor key, then I know to stay off of that major third right there, because that just don't fit with a minor key. So when I'm working that pattern, I know that like that's your normal pentatonic pattern. But then so you can tie those, and I look at it as if I'm coming in underneath of my root note instead of in front of my root note or from behind the root note. So if I'm playing in an A minor or I'm staying in the key of A minor, I know that I need to come in from underneath of that and stay off of that major third, because that third that ain't that don't that So yeah, man, it really is it. And I'm gonna tell you what, guys, take the time to understand your major scale. Your there's a lot more that comes from knowing that than just knowing that's 2 octaves of your major scale, and knowing that there's only 3 notes required to make a chord. Well, now that you know that there's only 3 notes, and those 3 notes are a 1, a 3, and a 5, well, then now you're able that you can find anything that you want to know once you understand that major scale. And it's amazing the things that get unlocked, and I'm still unlocking it for myself. Like it's blew my mind in the past little couple years now, the things that it's amazing to me. It's a life journey for me. I got way off. I got off the rails on that. But I love doing that. And all you're doing is just I'm just trying to mark like the notes of I'm just going from this A in the E shape to this A up here in the A shape. So, and then you're going, there's your 4 chord, and then there's your 5. But anyway, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, the circle of fifths is important, and I truly do feel like that the best thing that you can do for yourself as a guitar player or any kind of instrument player is just understanding where your chords come from, how they're made, and just understanding for us as guitar players that major scale. Does that mean you have like that big G? Like nobody wants to play that. I can barely get my fingers to even like I can't even, like nobody plays that whole bit, but you can visualize it. So you can see where those notes are and be able to target those, and that's the key, is understanding those chord shapes and where they're at in relation on your guitar neck. Because that's been my eye-opening thing for me, is understanding these chord inversions. You know what I mean? Understanding that that's the top of the G for that E right there, or you know what I mean? I'd have to change my fingers. See, I can't even hit it like that, guys. I hate that chord. Like that's a hard chord to even. I couldn't come down and hit that with any kind of accuracy. Like that's C chords. I can't. There's no way. No way. That is that. You know. So you just visualize that they're. You just visualize that they're there. For me, anyway, I just visualize that they're there. I don't necessarily care about being able to make that old big, because I ain't never gonna be trying to make that I can see. But yeah, I just wanted to share that little bit of stuff with you. Not that it's not no groundbreaking stuff. It's just one of those things. I wish I'd have been shown how it applied. I wish I'd have been showed how that applied years ago to my major, or to my, like, any of my chord shapes like that, how it applied. It would have helped arpeggiate the chords you can't land. Yeah, and those. Yeah, that's an arpeggio. All you're doing is one string at a time. You know what I mean? Chord tones but there's ways of applying it. You know, so if you've got you Anyway, anyway, guys, arpeggiate. I've just been sitting around arpeggiating today, Elevated Einstein. I just sit around this arpeggiating around, man. I've just been sitting around arpeggiating, man. Oh yeah, you want this is my mom's favorite song, man. Little song called Don't Roll Up on Me. Request Dot Your Eye. Yeah, it's called Don't Roll Up on Me, but I know which one you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about, Elevated. Well, don't roll up on me if you don't want to fight. I can't take no more your mouth running here tonight. I've had just enough to drink. I'll dot your eye. So don't roll up on me if you don't want to fight. Hey, that's my girl with me, and you can bet, man, you roll up on her and it's too much sin. Don't roll up on her if you don't want to fight. I can't take no more your mouth running here tonight. I've had just enough to drink. I'll dot your eye. So don't roll up on me if you don't want to fight. Don't let my limp fool you. It goes away fast. When I see blue lights or it comes time to whip your ass. Don't roll up on me if you don't want to fight. I won't take no more your mouth jacking here tonight. I've had just enough to drink. I'll dot your eye. So don't roll up on me if you don't want to fight. Don't roll up on us if you don't want to fight. I won't take no more your mouth running here tonight. I've had just enough to drink. I'll dot your eye. So don't roll up on me if you don't want to fight. There you go, Elevated Einstein. Hey, thank you, Brother William. I appreciate that, man. That cross picking some challenging stuff. One of your favorites? Yeah. Yeah, it's one of my mom's favorites, man. It's funny. Because it's not one of my favorites that I've ever wrote, but hey. right. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I hope that if there's any of you out there that do enjoy playing the guitar, I hope I did give some type of little bit of advice that was somewhat meaningful. Man, it's so hard to unlock this thing and figure out how to help people. It's hard. It's hard to unlock it, but just keep working with it. It's fun. Yeah, I know wildwood flower. That's a challenging thing too, buddy. All right, guys. This has been a great evening. I appreciate everybody tuning in with me, Brother William. I'll be seeing you. Uh, if you're still wanting to jump in here after we get off live stream, if you're still wanting to jump in for a few minutes here with me, man, go over a few things, that would be cool. But I understand if I went a little bit late, I don't even know what's. Oh no, I'm still 10. It's just a little bit after 10. All right, well, cool, man. Do you want me to go ahead and drop the link now, or do you have the link to come on in on this studio here, man? Just let me know, and I'll before I end the live stream, I'll drop the link for you, my man. But let me go back through the comments and just thank all of my buddies and my friends and my beautiful people out here. Drop it. Okay, let me go ahead and drop this for you, and then let's see here. Go here. Go there, and then come back over here, and then you come over there, and then you go like that right there. All right, brother. It should be in there for you, my man. All right, I'm going to go through the comments, man. I'll see you in just a second, Brother William. Brother William, thank you once again. Elevated Einstein, man. Appreciate you being here, brother. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, and them patterns, man, I'm telling you, they're so open. They open up such a big, section of the guitar. It's just worthy of getting it under your fingers. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, shout out to you. I appreciate you being here. Keep on jamming, keep on having fun, and we'll be seeing you here shortly, man. R234 official, Susmitha Home Recipes and Vlogs. Hello. It's good to see you. Always good to see you. Good vibes. Thank you. Appreciate you for being here. Thank you, R234. I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate it. I do. Thank you. Els Endeavors, thank you very much for being here. Money Man, hello. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Diego, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate all of you. Do you have Spotify, or do you have just post just on YouTube? But I'll be putting some more music and stuff up coming soon. Getting a little bit more capable of doing a little bit better control with, especially on the recording side, being able to do a little bit better versions of my songs now. So I'll definitely be putting some out. But thank you very much, guys. Brandon of Palm Beach, I see you there. Jeremy's Closet, brother. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your support, and I just appreciate your friendship, man. Thank you very much. Money Man and Diego, Brandon of Palm Beach, I appreciate you guys. All of y'all. All of you guys. There's Brother AB in the house. Thank you very much, Brother AB. I had it vertical this evening again, and otherwise I would have went through and I'd have found your stuff and shared it, man. But I come on, I was going to show everybody those little shapes, and I got started running my mouth. Caleb Boo in the house. Hello, sorry if I missed you. I was playing, jamming. Sorry about that. But hello, Miss Kayla Boo. Thank you very much for being here. Shout out to you, Miles McWalker, Positive Music. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you and your feedback. Thank you very much for being here. Gen X Effect in the house. Appreciate you, Brother Clint. Real Odds and Evens. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate you guys. If I didn't get to your name, it's not because I was trying to not get to it. I just missed it. But I think I got it. I think I shouted everybody out before I call it an evening there. But once again, thank you all so much for being here and supporting me. And thank you to anybody new that signed on with me. I think who was it? Which one? Who was it that said that they signed? I think it was Money Man said that he. But either which way, I thank you for signing on. I appreciate you being subbing me up and liking the stream and everything. I thank you all very much. Well, it didn't let you click in on it. Let's see here, my man. Let's. All right, let me try it again, man. If not, Brother William, I'll if it don't work for you this time, then it's the same. If it don't work for you this time, I'll send it to you through your text and everything, though, man. Okay, all right. Well, we'll get it figured out here in just a second. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out, and then I'll text you I'll send it to you like that. But hey, guys, I appreciate y'all. We'll be seeing you tomorrow, 11 to 1. Good vibes with Guy and Shine. Until then, y'all have a great evening. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Always good vibes, guys.
Got a fire in my soul, yeah, it's burning bright. Guy Bandy told me just to follow the light. Well, I heard the people singing with all their might. So I hit the ground running, and I ran all night. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Well, I ran into my family, and I ran into my friends, and I ran into people that I didn't know then. And I said to them, hey, I could use a hand. And then I ran and I ran, and I ran and I ran. And we sang, run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. They say it's dangerous out there, but not if we're all here. If we're together, we can run without fear. Well, the children and the elders and the strangers and the neighbors and the doctors and the teachers and the farmers and the bakers and the scientists and builders and the singers and the players and the buskers and the dancers and the dreamers and the painters and the coaches and the helpers and the artists and creators and the yogis and the healers and the preachers and the changers and the people and the planet and the forests and the rivers and the mountains and the oceans and the future and the vision. And the buskers and the patience and the future and the vision. Run, 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 run.